Good morning, guys. Yeah, it was a little bit of a harsh day yesterday, yep. Midday and onward. Or actually from the open to the close, I had like a $5 million swing. One of my largest ever. General Motors, everyone. BA, yeah, it's setting up. It's a slower type, but it's very liquid, high priced. I kind of like to trade these, but I would say maybe next week would be ideal. You think Futu is ready to go? I think preferably a few more days. Oh man, Riot, I hate this stock. I probably lost like 1.4, 1.5 million on Riot alone past 2 sessions. That was annoying. Man. Well, oh well. You win some, you lose some. How come I'm not stopped out of UPSD? Because I wanted to give it a little bit of room. I'm thinking the 10 weekly. It's a small position, so I can give it some leeway. Otherwise, if I had a bigger position, I would have probably sold it when it lost the 20-day on this day here. But it's just a really small position. It's like 3% position on my whole portfolio, so I'm trying to give it some room. I'm working with on my patience. This is how you get used to new things, okay? Slowly, one step at a time. You don't go from day trading to swing trading overnight. It's a process. I'm trying to increase my time frames. It's a process. You start small, get comfortable with it, and then you go bigger. Why did I sell TNA? Because it closed weak. And obviously it's gapping up today. Obviously TNA is gapping up 2%, but it could have gapped down 2%. You know? When you go on margin, you kick out everything that's not acting 100% correct. Man, I got so much positive feedback on my rant yesterday. Yeah, we're all fucking loser non-billionaires. We're all idiots. David is not an idiot. David is the only genius in here. What happens with your TNA? I have no idea what happens to TNA. But since I'm not in it anymore, it's not my TNA anymore. No, I didn't take any profits on Twitter. Yeah, a lot of people like General Motors. Like every time I start a stream, people like spam at General Motors constantly. Yeah, I'm probably gonna trail my semis with the 20-day. Those are you know, I try to keep the strongest ones, sell the weak ones. Obviously I sold Riot, GBTC, SI yesterday. Even though SI made another higher low, undercut the 50-day, and yeah, so it actually wasn't necessarily a bearish candle. Like a candle like this doesn't necessarily have to be bearish, it can be bullish. QS. Yeah, it's a piece of shit. It probably belongs in single digits when they actually get a product going. But it was fun while the momentum lasted. It was one of my biggest trades. Both on the long and the short side. All right. Good luck, everyone. Oh, my brokers! Wait. Oh, I forgot one of them. Thanks for reminding me, guys. I couldn't do this without you. I always forget to log in one of my brokers. What a moron. Guys, you don't have to be smart to get rich. I'm just telling it right now. Okay, you're gonna ask the questions later. Let's trade now. Daily cotton check. I would love to see this thing build more higher lows and then break out of that little range and reclaim the 50. Until that happens, there's nothing there. I'm thinking maybe shorting this riot later. Yeah, the large caps are really, really strong. Like the FNGU stocks. Fangs. And mega caps. So GBTC pulled back, but it built another higher low. NIO could break out, no, break down through the resistance. I think you mean support. Riot and GBTC are not inversely correlated anymore. Oh, well, they're not inversely correlated. They were correlated because they are both correlated to Bitcoin. But Riot has decoupled from Bitcoin because it's a piece of shit fraud. Well, it's not a fraud, but it's hugely bloated. And also, I'm not long GBTC, so. Gold names look good? No, they don't. They're up on the day, but they don't look good. Silver looks great on the weekly, though. FCX is FC. Yeah. BT could be a nice short. It's a small cap. Yeah, be very cautious shorting small caps, unless they like parabolics. And unless you do it intraday. Too late for T-Doc entry? If you have to ask, it's too late. And also, is there setup there? What's PLBY doing? Man, PLBY is the new market leader. Who would have thought? This is what I love about the stock market. When you're the biggest boomer stock being the leader. Should I do deep fundamental analysis on the PLBY group? I'm gonna do it in 20 minutes. Because we all know what happened to Tupperware after I did deep fundamental analysis on it. It doubled in a few months after. What was the other one I did deep fundamental analysis on? GME? Did I do deep fundamental analysis. Oh yeah, GME board of directors. Yeah. No! TSM! What's going on? Yeah, I guess Nvidia was the semiconductor play. Holy shit. Just keeps going straight up. You had pocket pivot here. And I didn't do it because it was such a slow mover. Instead, I did TSM, which is even slower mover. What a loser I am. Cohen. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so Riot is still building higher lows for now. Recaffeine. What's TNA doing? Okay, it's going lower, good. The worst feeling in the world is when you sell something and it goes higher. I don't recommend that feeling to anyone. Yeah, Twitter, Snap, Pinterest. Well, yeah, if they can go sideways another week, there would be, 5-star flags in these things. You know what? This VIAC is actually surfing the 200th day. Not that I think it has any reason to go up. That's an alert on it. Tesla. I'm doing some pre-deep fundamental analysis on PLBY right now, so there won't be any surprising things when I do it on stream. Yeah, what's MU doing? Yeah, now it's closer to 50-day again. I think it's gonna approach a big buy point soon. I'm definitely stalking this thing with excitement. Maybe a few more days and it's gonna be great. Yeah, PLL is great setup. Like I said, was it yesterday? Also, yesterday it obviously failed, but it's look at how tight it is. Looks great. Mm. Yeah, SC is setting up really nicely. I just want the 20-day to catch up a little bit. Maybe next week. I'm seeing a lot of these kinds of setups. DVAX, very good setup. I don't know about very good, but nah, I don't know. Looking a bit too random. Okay, maybe. Pattern recognition, if I think it varies from person to person, yes. It's very subjective. It's not an exact science. TNA, good. I hope it goes to 0 now that I'm out. No, I don't. Wouldn't be a good thing. Okay, TSM is bouncing off the rising 100. That's good. Tickers in caps, please. And just posting a ticker is considered spam. Will get you a mute. But you would have known that if you had followed the chat rules. $80 KR. Who posted that? I don't know. No, I don't. Maybe next week. MFNC. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of bank. It's probably another NEP. I don't know what the news are on this. MP tightening with higher lows. Yeah, it's surfing the 100. But I'm not sure it's a good setup here though. Yalla Group. Yeah. HCMP. I don't know. It's all over the place. It looks pretty decent on the weekly. But it feels like it's gonna break out, pull back, stop you out, and then go. It feels like that kind of a stock. It's all over the place. It doesn't really have a lot of momentum. Well, actually, it does have a good longer term momentum, but it's a pass for me. It's too thin. Oh, Nocco is so good. C6. Yeah, nice move. That's a pretty decent move in one day. You don't need to scan earnings to find EPs. Like I said before, EPs are super easy. Just scan for things that are gapping higher. That's it. Let them come to you. You don't have to look for them. Oh, Riot! I hate this stock. Yeah, it built another higher low and now it's going higher. What's Mara doing? SI? Yeah. Oh well. TWI. I don't see a setup here. Needs to set up properly. OCGN in January 20. Yeah, but it wasn't a bottom bounce, it was a flag. Look at this, had a flagpole and then it flagged and built higher lows. It wasn't a bounce setup. Well, it was kind of a bounce setup, but it was a flag, essentially a flag breakout. Alright, let's do some deep fundamental analysis on PLBY Group. Let's see if this thing is a good investment or not. About. Pleasure for all. Okay. Makes sense. Let's look at the leadership team. Is this a strong leadership team? I'm sorry, but sexual wellness operations? This guy is the biggest pervert. Look at this pervert. Wait. I'm gonna tell you how big of a pervert this is, guys. Look, I can click on all of these guys' profiles. Look, I can click on all of them. But I can't click on him! He's unclickable! That's how big of a pervert he is! They made him unclickable. Look at this. They're all clickable except for this pervert. Oh, too funny. Investors. All events and wait, I have to do some pre-research, so there's no funny business involved. No, there wasn't too much funny business involved, but it was really boring, so I'm not gonna show you the investor presentation. Let's go to the website. I already did some pre-research. I know which links not to click on, but the men's apparel link was pretty harmless. This is the stuff you can buy if you're a man. You can buy this one if you're a man, very manly. Looks great. And also the accessories link is pretty harmless. So this is what PLBY is. They're selling stuff like every other influencer on Instagram. I have to do some more pre-research. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna show this on stream. Nope. Read the articles. Where are their NFTs? Oh, I'm not gonna show this on stream. Yeah, wait. I think PLBY Group. Yeah, let's read up on the NFT because that's why the stock is hot, really, right? PLBY Group. No, wait. PLBY. PLBY Group. That's their name, actually, not PLBY Group. Yeah, here it is. There was something on their homepage. If you go to news, here, nifty. No, wait. Here, blockchain related. Let's read. Okay, let's not read. Let's just read the headline. Partners features upcoming NFT art collaborate. Yep, it's a buy. It's a buy. Hey, guys, you can't go wrong investing in PLBY. So now we've done the deep fundamental analysis on that one. I'm gonna try to do like one deep fundamental analysis per month. Where are their NFTs? I have no idea. I don't know what NFTs are, but apparently they're pretty hot, so... I just can't let go that the chief executive pervert was unclickable. The guy of head of sexual wellness. He looked like a pervert and he was unclickable. It's too perfect. What's the Nambla? Where would have been the ideal entry for PLBY? Right here. Here is where you should have bought it. 10.13. That was the ideal entry for PLBY. Don't go where? Where shouldn't I go? All right, let's do a struggling trader coaching. Let's see, OCG. This is a short one. I'm gonna try to do one per day, no matter how long they are. Let's see, 4-5. That means 4-4-5. That means 5th of April, right? Here, again, like it's super like this. Yeah, well, it's a hot theme. NFT stock. Why is the text gone? There used to be text here. I played it myself on the EP here, but again, you know, these micro caps, like especially these micro cap pumps, like there's no institutional support on these things. Just because they, you know, they don't have to, or no stock has to bounce, but there's no reason for these things to bounce off the, like the moving averages, because there's no fund wants these things. It's just retail pump. So these are better when they surf the 10-day generally, not when they're way off their highs, and so that's an easy one. But I see what you see. It found support on their 20 and started surfing it, but it kind of doesn't apply to the microcap pumps. A pump is a pump, and you know, once they go down, they're probably most of the time they're just dead. 6th of April. Oh, maybe I should write the guy. This is TWSN01. Let's see. Wait, where am I? Okay, here. No, wait. Where did the document go? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah. So 6th of April. Let's see here. So again, it's like I see what it is. Like it's surfing the 50-day, but it's kind of all over the place. Again, a microcap stock. It's just all over the place. It wasn't tight, and yeah, it kind of didn't go anywhere. Not sure if it was a good setup. It probably wasn't. Again, it wasn't clean. It's all over the place. Next one, VSell. 8th of April. Okay. So setup itself, I guess it was pretty decent. Surfing the 20, building higher lows, getting tighter. Wasn't a bad setup, but it was, you know, bad market. Not a great market for these smaller cap stocks and biotech stocks. So setup itself was maybe 3.5 star. HIBB. 9th of April. Like I see what you see, but it wasn't really a good setup. Like it's yes, it was building higher lows and surfing this moving average, taking out a range, but it just looks all over the place. Not really the type of stock you want to trade, even though it has the correct ADR and stuff like that. But you know, it takes years to see which ones are worth it and which ones are not. GPRO, 9th of April. Okay, this wasn't a good setup. It wasn't. Like, I would personally have wanted more sideways. It wasn't a great setup. It was okay, but you know, mediocre. And you know, when you do mediocre setups in a not a great market, in a market that's not straight up, this is what happens. Tesla, 9th of April. 9th of April? No, 12th of April. No, never mind. Okay, so that's a 5-star entry. That's a 5-star setup. No, he didn't take this one? Oh, it's just one of my... Yeah, it's a 5-star setup. This is a good one. Been building higher lows. Was really tight. And it was close to breaking out of this range on the weekly. So that was pretty much a 5-star, or at least a 4-star. But apparently it didn't take it. Just wanted feedback on it. TX 14th. Let's see here. Again, it's just a random setup. Like, you know, it's just too random. It's kind of hard to describe what's a good setup and not. It's just too random. Like, in a very good market, these types of setups will work, but yeah. You really want the great setups, but honestly, none of these were great setups. They were, you know, some of them were bad and some of them were like 3. Tesla was the only 4-star one, I guess. Zim, 1st of April. 1st of April. Okay, was a pretty decent setup. Momentum stock, pulled back to the rising 20, and this was the bounce off the 20. So it was a good setup. Well, again, actually, it wasn't that good of a setup. Like, I personally would have preferred a little bit more sideways, but this one worked out, obviously. But I wouldn't say it was more than 3.5 stars. If it had gone sideways for another day, it would have easily been a 4.5 star setup. So this is what you want. You want to preferably buy them very close to the moving averages, the 10 or the 20 day, or the 50 day, if it's not a micro cap. And GMBL, I'm seeing his notes now. Yeah. So yeah, like when you get these microcap stocks, you want them to surf the 10 and the 20 day, not the 50 day. His entry was here. It wasn't a great setup. It was so sloppy before it, but also, you know, like these microcap stocks, you know, when they get to the 50, it's probably most of the time an avoid. If it's a mid to large cap, 50 day works really well, as well as any of the other moving averages. So that was today's struggling. So yeah, the setups were not really great. And honestly, there hasn't actually been over the past 6 to 8 weeks in like high ADR land, which means micro and small caps mostly. There hasn't been a lot of good setups. And when you don't get good setups, you don't trade. But obviously for a new trader, it's kind of hard to determine what's a good setup and what's a mediocre. And that's why it's so important to actually study, spend hundreds and hundreds of hours and look at what do the patterns look like before a stock makes a big move. You will, and what type, like how do stocks move? You'll quickly see which stocks are worth it and which ones are not. Or actually not quickly, but it takes years. It takes years to get good at it. Oh, TSM, I got stopped out of the half size I had left. Alright, got stopped out for a tiny profit on it. Man, if I had done Nvidia, 31st of March is where I bought TSM. And 31st of March is when Nvidia also broke out and all the other semis. If I had done Nvidia instead, I would be richer than I am. Parabolic short in Nvidia. I think you need to follow the instructions on the screen and understand what a parabolic short is, because apparently you don't understand what it is. This is not a parabolic. It's not even close. Not even close. Not even close. RBLX, yeah, pulled back, building higher lows. It looks great. Grow on 5th of April. Yeah, on 5th of April it was a good setup. It was an EP breakout. I think it had earnings or something. Yeah, it was a good setup. Not sure what the news were, but it broke out of a multi-month range. It's been building higher lows, surfing the 50, and it was tight before the breakout. Then it gapped up, and yeah, went straight up for a while. Choppy markets are way worse than bear markets. Bear markets are easy. Bear markets are easiest, well, not the easiest markets to trade, but they're kind of easy because there are no setups. And you shouldn't trade even if there are setups. And there's really not many good setups in a bear market. But in a market like this, like we've had over the past 8 weeks or 6 weeks, you still do get some pretty decent setups, but they fail to follow it through the way I would like to. So you end up having a lot of small losses and a lot of stocks that are like decent winners and then they turn back down. So it's the trickiest type of market to trade, really. Oh yeah, TNA. Go lower. I would love to see Russell maybe pull back a little bit more, build another higher low, and then set up later this month and make a big move. Yeah, it's a very, very narrow market. It's pretty much the tech mega caps going up right now. There's not much going on outside of that sector. Or those, not that sector, but those stocks. Like obviously I do have exposure to them in form of TQQ but yeah, other than that, there's just not much going on at all. I'm gonna raise my stop on RK break even. Not gonna turn this into a loss because it doesn't look too good actually. It's below the declining 50. Don't like that. Yeah, exactly, like the small and micro cap stocks, even if you get setups, like a lot of them will fail until this Russell starts breaking out and going higher. That's something to keep in mind. Like the big money in micro and small cap stocks and mid caps too is when the Russell goes higher like this. When the 10-day is rising, 20-day is rising, and the 10-day is above the 20-day. In a period like this, if you know how to trade, you're gonna double, triple, quadruple your account. Double if you don't use margin, or actually you can double, triple your account if you don't use margin, and triple, quadruple, or more if you use margin. So you want to wait for these types of periods as a swing trader. That's where the money is, or periods like these, right? Otherwise, you gotta be super selective and really just only trade the 5-star opportunities. And if you don't know the difference between a 3-star opportunity and a 5-star opportunity, you probably shouldn't trade it, or trade it with much smaller size than you would have. Because you have to understand, like in trading, like if you go to a regular job, you're gonna get paid the same. No matter how you do at work, you can have a shitty day, get nothing done, you're still gonna get paid the same that day. Versus a day where you really do work really hard and get a lot of shit done. Not the same in trading. Every day is not an opportunity to make money. Every day is an opportunity to lose money. And the same can be said for weeks and months also. Every week and every month is not an opportunity to make money. It's an opportunity to lose money. Gotta be super selective. Well, Russell is significant if you trade micro and small cap stocks. Like, I don't care about Russell that much. I just don't trade those stocks a lot. Sometimes I do, but they're usually smaller sizes. They're usually very liquid. I care more about like QQQs. That's like my index. This is where a lot of the stocks I trade are, or the Nasdaq overall. Like, this is what I care about. But most of you, Russell is probably gonna be a bit more relevant. But again, you shouldn't base all your decision making on the index. You should look at the individual setups, because a good setup will still work out even if the index is going sideways. A good, something with a very strong momentum and very strong catalyst can still work out and make a big move. But again, you have to be patient and you have to be super selective. Yeah, QQQs, like the large caps are short term, maybe a bit extended. But yeah, as long as we, go sideways or grind higher, I see more and more things setting up, like SC, Snapchat, Square. Like, these things are, if they can go sideways another 4, 5, 6 days, so the 20 days can catch up, there's gonna be a lot of 4, 5-star setups starting next week, I would say. So I'm not bearish or anything. Well, obviously I am bullish since I have a lot of long exposure. But I'm seeing a lot of things setting up. A lot of things are setting up. Stuff like Fiverr. It looks great on the weekly. If it just goes sideways a bit more. This W I've been stalking forever. Well, actually not forever, but this one looks good. Once it breaks out with conviction, it could make a big move. But it may want to wait until earnings or something. Carvana too. This thing is in a big flag, tightening flag. This thing looks extremely powerful. I mean, this thing breaks out. It could go to 400 or something, or at least 350. This is probably one of my most favorite setups right now. Looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, mom is making me dinner. CMG. I love the CMG, but I don't love the stock. This is not a trading stock. Forget about it. All right, guys, I'm done for today. Thanks for joining, and see you tomorrow.